Yes, bad bitch, which bad bitch, Joan Jett.
Ugh, you are a snob and a half.
Like a boss, like a hot boss.
You've been recording us the whole time. Hi, babe. It's my girl. It's my twin now.
What's poppin', Neo?
I'm so happy to see you, and I'm so happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here, finally.
Okay, period.
Girl.
And first of all, I miss you. What you been up to?
Life, mommying, working,
yes,
up,
yes,
traveling, just living my best life.
I love that. I love that for you. I love that for you. How's Kai been? He good?
Oh, my sweet baby. He growing so fast. He is the cutest, sweetest, easiest baby ever. So, yeah, I won't be doing that again.
Oh, my gosh, bruh. And I'm going to loop back around, but, like, how dare you?
I might not get somebody that easy.
It's just freaking. He's a beautiful little boy.
He is, and I be crying. Thank you so much. I be crying because I'm like,
I can see
how did he get here?
Ma'am.
9 months this month. How did we get here so fast? And his personality, he's so goofy. Everything is funny. Everything is a joke. And I'm just like, I already know. So,
oh my God.
He's so precious, though. He would make anybody want a baby, but
no, definitely. Don't deprive me. Girl, I was laying down. Let me tell you, because I told you the other day I was having a day. I was crying a little bit. It's tough. I be crying like that.
Y'all know how many days I be like, Sasha.
I be crying all the time. Why was I laying in bed? Okay, so we put it in the mirror to sleep last night. And why was I laying in bed like, my husband, we both lay down. Normally, it'd be one of us, either me or thee. And we both lay down. And I was like, so anyways, I feel like the babies, I don't know, my baby made me hella crying. Yeah. I'm so crying.
They make you real. If you wasn't soft already, they make you soft. And if you were soft, they make you softer.
Right.
So it's a thing because I was already soft.
Yeah.
And he just literally, I have the softest spot for that baby and just kids in general.
Right.
But that one,
yeah,
I'm going to war.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see him.
Yes.
Girl, anyways. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and hop into the mess, girl. We're finna look at this video. I want you to look at this video real quick. And honestly, I'm flabbergasted. So we can look at this video and then after that, I want your thoughts.
Okay.
Believe this. Anyway, girl, we got 33-year-old Corey Richens who was accused of killing her husband with a lethal dose of fentanyl to the null. Turns out she's actually the one with the drug problem. They literally could not find anything in regards to him at all that would have to do with drugs. So we're trying to figure out. So they already figured out that the drug is a foreign thing in his system because he's not a drug user. And then she actually had the audacity to go on TV. She had the audacity. And what I saw from the interview that she did was that she actually called her local news station to ask them if they would promote her children's book, which is supposed to be helping kids grieve with, losing a parent or helping kids deal with grief. And honestly, yes, a lot. Anyways, she's currently being held without bail. Her trial is currently going on right now, but what are your thoughts?
The crazy thing is, and that was a perfect topic for me because I'm almost crazy. I love watching Fatal Attraction. I love watching stuff like that. So when that story came about, I was like, this lady is crazy. It didn't really shock me because I've seen things crazier, but what got me was, how does your husband die? You don't help with the funeral, but you buy this $2 million house. And not only that, you Google, I think it says she Googled luxury prison for rich American people. I'm like, and then, what they're holding her on is because of the new evidence, because this dumb lady Googles and says, the death certificate, how long it will be pending to get life insurance. Okay, everybody know these phones are smarter than us.
Right.
Anything you Google, wherever you at, it picks up. Why would you Google that stuff?
Why? On your own.
Yeah.
What is wrong with these people? People are really
I don't get that. Like, if you're going to kill somebody, be smart about it. Or if you just do not want to be with this person, leave them. You know, whatever the case may be. But in her case, she just wanted the money. She had financial issues.
Yeah.
That was her issue. So we know that sometimes people come up on hard times instead of them getting a job, maybe selling a few things, you know, whatever your preference is. She decided to kill her husband. Hate that for the kids, and then try to market off of it by advertising her book about grief.
What is wrong with people? It's giving. What's his name? We're forgetting his name. Oh, O.J. Simpson. Like, I didn't kill her, but if I did, this is how I would do it. I didn't kill him, but if you wanted to cope with grief, this is what you should do.
Right. So how are you giving us advice on, quote unquote, something you should know nothing about at this moment? You write this book, and it's like, that's interesting.
Yeah, that is a really interesting.
But, you know, mental health. I work in mental health, and I've seen it all every day for the last 7.5 years. So I don't put nothing past anybody. So, yeah, I think that's mental health. Something is wrong with that lady. Like, you just literally robbed these kids of their father.
Right.
And she had little kids, because I think they only had been married for like 9 years.
Yeah. The kids are little. They didn't look like they were over like 10 or anything like that. At least the oldest one or whatever. If not 10, 8 or 9. Don't really know. But in regards to mental health, and not to justify the accused, but I feel like I am seeing more and more cases where people inside of the family is sabotaging the family, whether or not somebody is annihilating the whole family, whether or not, you know, and I know that there are different struggles and things like that. And again, not to justify, but do you feel like there's possibly imbalances that exist within a relationship that cause too much pressure or are causing particularly women to snap?
I'm going to say this. It depends on the partner you have. And I say that because speaking of my own experiences, as far as women, we are known to clean the house, cook, make sure children are good, make sure we're still taking care of our husband's needs or whatever needs. But in this day and time, in this generation, a lot of things is like, I wouldn't say 50-50, but we kind of meet each other where we are. So, like in my relationship, my man cooks.
Period.
He straightens up.
Okay.
He might not clean up, but he straightens up. But you know, either way, so I don't feel that pressure. But can that happen to mothers who have husbands that's working and that's stressful. It literally is because, like you said, we got clothes to fold up. We have to wash clothes. The baby needs to eat. The baby is crying. I am losing my mind here. Right. So he's not understanding where I'm coming from. So at this point now I'm finna spaz. And it's not an excuse, but we are human. We do things off impulse sometimes. Right. So I think that, yes, that's a true thing. But again, it depends on your partner. And it depends on the type of person you're dealing with. And if you don't have that conversation and say, hey, I'm drowning here. Yeah. How would that person know? Or they're going to do whatever they want to do with that information. But that is definitely true, you know, because even for me, sometimes I'm tired by the end of the night. Yeah. And I'm looking like, oh my God, my baby bottle still got to be made. Right. Oof. You know, or oh my God, I got to sweep this kitchen floor. Oof. It is the small things, but it's like, but my man works. He got to get up at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. So, but he does a good job at washing his bottles. So, you know, so it works for us.
Yes, present father. You know, you made some really valid points. And you know, like I just said, I had my baby and I took like 2 of his friends out and going doing things and different stuff like that. And really shout out to my sister wife, TK Stevenson, because she do the dang thing.
And she has 2, right?
Yeah, she has 2 boys. And so I'm having these 3 boys and it's just like, or these 3 kids, don't even matter. And I come home, I'm exhausted. I had so much fun with them though. I had so much fun. Right. And so sometimes I get lost, not even in regards to this particular situation. Sometimes I get lost even in those moments where like, you know, my baby smiles at me or we're laughing or something like that. And I'm like, cool. That 10% energy level you got is cute and all. Give the rest of the 9% and return to your bed on 1%. I had a mother that I felt like, or at least from what I saw in my perspective as a child, I felt like I saw my mom do that. And I feel like that's what ends up getting us burnt out.
Yeah.
It's like not having those boundaries and implementing those things. But like you said, in regards to like, you know, having a partner where it's like, I'm hearing balance. I'm hearing this is what I need and this, and what you need. Right. You know, he's getting up early in the morning, and that comes with also communication. You don't even have to necessarily implement routines, but you need to know what's going on with you. Yeah. Are you getting up at 4:30? Okay, then I know I might need to be with the baby tonight or whatever the case may be.
It's not a routine, it's understanding. Yeah. So and then, you know, because we're working on some things as well. It's just understanding like, okay, well, if you're able to do this, you can do it. It's not like, oh, I did it last time. Or, you know, oh, it's your turn to do this. It's just an understanding like this person may be exhausted. You like you drained. I'm going to just do it. Go get you some rest. You know, or vice versa. So we don't end up like that. Yeah. Now I'm drained. And now I'm past the point of communication. So at this point, I'm taking everybody out. Period. You know, because it's not just the husband. Sometimes women are taking these kids out or vice versa. It's not just women are killing husband or husbands killing wives. Yep. Everybody gotta go.
Everybody gotta go.
It's all about having that balance, boundaries, communicating, understanding, and just respecting me as a person, as a human, and also being appreciative of what I do, and I'm appreciate you for what you do. So, you know, it's all about in a relationship, again, a partnership, whatever it is, because you have people might not be in a relationship. They might just be coming together for these kids. So how can I help you? So yes, to me, it's about, at the end of the day, it's the understanding, but please communicate before it gets to
something crazy.
I'm out of here.
I mean, before, right? So I don't know. So would it seem that the responsibilities of the household are too taxing on one person, not even just a woman?
It could be.
I feel like, you know what? Well, I don't know what I was doing the other day. Transparently. But I was like, I did a lot of stuff today. And then I went and talked to my man. And he was like, I did a whole lot of stuff today. And I was like, no, you didn't do the stuff like I did the stuff.
But you can't do that. You cannot do that.
I'm like, no. I did 50 things today. You're talking about that one item that took you from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But you're right, to your point. Yeah. You can't do that. But tell the audience, why can't I do that?
But you know what? It's so crazy you do that because I do that in my head. Yeah. Like, Scrap would be like, how he done did something at work, and in my head I just be like, well, I done did this, and I done had the baby, and I done did it, you know, but I don't know what stress he might be having at work or what he, you know, how his brain is operating. So that's not fair, you know, because that's just like people deal with grief differently, or people deal with stress differently. People deal with trauma differently. I can't say that my situation is higher than yours, or, you know, or my things that I had to do on my to-do list was a higher task than you had. That's not fair, because the way I'm burnt out, you may be just as burnt out as what you had to do at work. So it's not fair, because also, did you put them tasks on yourself? Did you have to do those 50 things? You know what I mean? So
honestly,
it's like,
whose side are you on? Like, it's getting weird.
You know me. I'm going to let you know. Just like you let me know all the time. Wait a minute, sis. You can't do that. I think we be giving therapy to each other like, so we be back and forth with each other's situations. Yeah. Like, Tiana, well, you know, Sasha would lay it out for me, and I just, okay, whatever Sasha said.
No, you're right. No, in regards to, you know, we're constantly having different little therapy sessions. I'll be like, girl, let me come over here. Am I tripping? You'd be like, yes, this is a little bit extreme to me. However, I understand how you got there. I want to help bring you over here. Come on back.
Come on back. You know, but it's good to be that way, though, because everybody don't get that.
Right.
And especially with, I guess, a fresh friendship like ours. I mean, we're almost 3 years.
Yeah.
So you don't get that, especially with females. Mm-hmm. So for me to not be one side, it's always going to be ride or die for my girls anyway. Period. But how fair would it be if I want to tell you when you're wrong, you know, don't do, you know, but.
I agree. But you know how many people don't do that?
Yeah, people don't do that. And then I'll be looking like a fool when I'm trying to address things in my relationship, and I'm like, well, such and such said. And that's not right, because people you gotta be honest with me. You know, I got a friend, she just be like, and I tell her things, she be like, he don't need to do it. And it's just like, no, I'm just venting to you, but don't do that. Because you giving me city girl outside. Yeah.
Right. But that takes, I mean, the level of maturity that you have and that wisdom that you have, that takes time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why, but it's just, like you said, one, for a little bit, I don't even know. Not too many people be trying to tell me what's going on. I don't know. It's I spend a lot of time talking or whatever it is. But I do have my close people around. One of them being yourself, who let me know what's going on. And I think that in regards to things, you made a good point about relationships too. Because I'm always here to hype you. I'm always here to hype you. I got my pom-poms and I'm here on the side. Always. I say that to you all the time. However, understanding this relationship game is also giving everybody the respect to move how they move, but trying to get more, have more communication to do what you say. Understand?
Yeah, that's
because having that, like you said, I mean, if we going through whatever it is that we going through, then I talk to you and you like, hell yeah, whoop that nigga. I'm going to whoop his ass. Because at this point, I got my girl behind me. That's all I need.
And I'm going to beat it. And we going to beat his ass. I promise you, by the end of it, I'm going to say, Sasha.
Right.
This is, you know, this is not what it should have went to, but this is how we're going to proceed next time. But that's what I want my friends to do that. I always tell my friends, do not spare my feelings. Do not do that. Because when you ain't doing nothing but messing me up for the, the long run.
Right.
As my friend, you supposed to tell me, listen, you that ain't right. That ain't you moving funny. I don't do that. Tell me, don't spare me. So what am I keeping you around for? And we grown.
We big grown. I agree with that. I feel like anybody you love, truthfully, anyone. Even down to the babies. Don't be too scared to hurt anybody's feelings. Is the intent to ever try and hurt them? Absolutely not. But to deprive them of the opportunity to grow. Now, are we saying that everything that you say will help somebody grow, or whatever it is that you're doing trying to help your friend will help them? It's just a matter of whether or not somebody wants to accept. That's one thing. But two, I feel like being genuine and authentic and telling your friends like really straight up. That's how we be in these spaces, and that's how we win for real.
And if they can't take it, then they don't need to be like, you got to place your friends. All right, I got to be real cute with them, keep it real soft, but I'm still going to tell you, and if you don't like it, we just can't be friends.
Why in the world is you making me think about how I'm like, my circle feels big, and I'm like also feeling like, and it's not a reflection of anyone other than myself.
Right.
And to your point about those different things, like we have families, partners, relationships.
Exactly.
And so to allocate energy to do those things, you also have to kind of manage where you're stretched out across.
No, that's true.
How you want to, because and you are as well. You're such a genuine soul. And if you interact with somebody, like if they finna be like, oh, we friends, you're going to invest your time.
Exactly.
With that. It's not a game to be played. So
I just said it today. That is so true.
Yeah. You just making me think about like, just a lot of different stuff about those things, and just kind of making sure I have the energy necessary to flow into, my babies, my husband and my son. And all of those different things.
Family is so important.
It is so important.
Yeah. So I feel like friends, family, whoever, they make up who you are. They surround you. So you want to keep people who genuinely love you around you. And if that's sometimes, I don't believe in cutting people off unless it gets there. I believe in placing you.
Right.
So placing you made me, we good. We can vibe and have a good time, but you're not coming to my house.
Right.
I'm not calling for advice. I'm not pouring my life into none of that. But I'm placing you here. So when it's time to go outside, see you outside.
Right.
But other than that, we not doing that.
I like how you said that. Yeah. I think that is such like, in regards to just like a, soft girl, soft approach.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. It does not have to be. I think that's where some people may get like a little scared or deterred, because it's like, I don't need to block them. But you do need to change how you interact with them.
Exactly.
You do need to change how much of yourself is accessible to them.
Exactly.
And that will help you circumvent and navigate getting yourself in places that frustrate you, upset you. Now you coming home and somebody say something to you, you're like, snapping on them. Just think about how any relationship across the board can impact other stuff. But really great points, babe.
Yes.
This next one here, I don't even want to say it. It's LeBron James a cheater? My chest hurts. Not really. It just, I'm already going to say, because we stand Savannah James. We stand Savannah James here on the Fierce Chat Show. We stand Savannah James. So I'm just going to say, because I really have a question about overall things, not particularly Savannah James' husband. So anyways, LeBron James, he's been coming up a few times, bro. I kind of been seeing him come up a little more than I have really seen. And at this point, what is that? What is the phrase? Where there's smoke, there's fire kind of thing? Anyways, moving on. Most recently, it's saying that LeBron James, he requires the girls to sign an NDA anytime they're in interaction with him. And this story PMS, okay? First of all, like I said, I refuse to give it too much life because we stand Savannah James. Don't quote me, don't know if it's true or not, completely alleged. But whoever done came up here and done said that LeBron was fraternizing, I won't even go into the deets, because I know y'all seen. I'm really just talking about overall why in the world LeBron James keeps coming up in these type of spaces. And my question is, are all men cheaters?
I'm just going to have a Sasha Fierce on that one.
I'm going to have a Sasha Fierce on that one.
So, hold on one second. Let me say this. Sorry. I do not think all men are cheaters.
Okay.
And I say that because that's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair because one experience with another, and we tend to do this as women.
Yes.
We go into the next relationship, putting what the last man did on the new guy. Yep. And that's not fair.
Right.
Now, as far as LeBron James, because I don't want to get into that, because everything about Savannah, I love
everything
her
about her.
Okay?
I love her.
She moves with so much grace.
So much grace.
So but that dude, if he was cheating, that dude shows you it doesn't matter how beautiful you are.
Right.
Hello, Jay-Z's cheating on Beyonce. Okay. But I'm just saying, it doesn't matter who you are. But to get back into the topic at hand, I don't believe that. Yeah. All men cheat. And that's just because for me, I just feel like everybody's different. It's not a real reason why I can go into detail. I just don't feel, because some people really truly are all about you. Yeah. If they're with you. Right. And to me, I just feel like I can't say, because I done been in a relationship where even if he was cheating or not, I didn't feel like he was. You know, it was so secure. I didn't have women. Maybe they were signing NDAs. I don't know. But, I don't know. But I didn't have no women attacking because, you know, women are catty. Facts. You know, messy. So I felt secure in a relationship. Yeah. So I can't really say if all men cheat. But you do have a lot of women who will argue you down to say that. So, but what about us? Right. Because we sneaky. I'm putting it out there. We sneaky.
Whose side are you on?
We sneaky.
No, that's a fact.
But do we? Okay, a man can say that all women. A hurt man can say all women cheat. All women are messy. Right. All women just want $40. You know what I mean? All women want, can you get my nails and hair? And that's not the truth.
That's not the truth.
I work hard for what I have.
Facts.
I don't ask my man to get my nails did. I don't ask him for $40. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just a label we put on men because we've been hurt and destroyed. And sometimes some men can't control their urge to, you know. As I don't know if you ever watched what is it, Love After Lockup with Monique and Derek. He cannot control it. The man was locked down. You know what I mean? So that's somebody who has an issue. You know, so you have things like that. Right. And then for her, she's so destroyed, she gonna probably feel like now I gotta be on edge with the next man. But that's a whole nother topic for another day because we can go on and on about that. Okay?
I'm just so glad that you answered that way because that was your answer. Not even answer that way. Because I agree. Mm-hmm. I think to generally blanket all men cheat is beyond. It's beyond. If you're in a committed relationship, I'm not talking about cheating in particular. I'm just saying if you're in a committed relationship, you know that a lot of stuff occurs in a relationship. Exactly. A lot of stuff that some of y'all who ain't in a relationship be like, I will not put up with that. I ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
That's the problem.
And that is the issue because at the end of the day, like even anybody, like you said, woman or man, I feel like you come to a relationship and you're like about, you know, you for the other person, you may be 80% of every single thing that they need. But while y'all are in that relationship, y'all spend time cultivating, y'all spend time communicating, y'all spend time setting standards and boundaries of different things that you do and all of the, you know, some different stuff. They won't completely go away, but you guys will have an understanding of how to interact. So there's no, cheating is to lie, to do stuff, to not be upfront, to deceive. And I'm like, there's some underlying reasons in regards to that. I'm not excusing it on either, no. But to just blanket it, like you said, with all men cheat, cap. And to the second one of that I was saying in regards to just relationships overall, I think a lot of people have unrealistic like expectations when it comes to a relationship. Like We go through shit.
Yes. I don't care what that Instagram picture looks like.
I don't care what that picture looks like.
Do not call me relationship goals.
Okay.
Because as soon as I post it, I'm probably, but it's real life.
Yes.
That's why I don't have I have women and men that I may look up to, and I value how they respond and communicate in their relationship, but I don't have no goals because everybody's different. Everybody's behind those closed doors going crazy or expressing themselves may not be effectively.
Yeah.
So we don't know. All we can do is just work on, us. And I know for me, I didn't see a good example.
Yes.
So I'm going off, we winging this thing together like.
I'm interested in those. There aren't many people around me who are able to show me how we do this and how we do that.
I hate that for us.
I hate that for us too, because I came in kind of like, sweetie, Ariel doesn't have to deal with this. You think Ariel had to deal with this? You think, man, I'm on the screens. I see how the fairy tale goes. I see what happens when you fall in love and you have true love's first kiss. They didn't say nothing about them talking back. Oh, he talked back.
But you have to put in the work.
Yes,
you have to at the end of the day. So even, cheating or not, you got to put in the work, And for me, I got a question for you. Okay. I know this your show, but
go ahead.
How do you feel about cheating as far as being sexual, interaction or emotional? Which one will you take?
Sexual or emotional? Mm-hmm. Good heavens. Emotional is nuts. That means she's not going nowhere. Like, that means you're not coming back. So if I had to choose between one, let's do the wham bam, thank you ma'am, and kind of dissect what that underlining reason is. Emotional?
Yeah, that's tough. That's deep. Oh! Because at this point, we done went too far.
We done went too far.
Yeah.
And it's also, too, I'm glad you asked me that. Because it's too, okay, what do you think the underlying reasons are behind cheating?
Ooh.
Why someone cheats?
So that's a lot. Because it could be lack of understanding. Yeah. It could be the lack of appreciation.
Yeah.
For me, that's number one for me. Mm-hmm. It could be the lack of respect. Mm-hmm. It can be so much as financial issues because that person don't know how to deal with their struggles, their issues. So instead of them bringing it to you and let's talk about it and hash it, they're lashing out in other ways. Or it can be as far as if we talking about celebrities or whoever, just because I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're not going nowhere.
Right.
Because I buy your life.
I do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it could be a lot of different reasons. We don't know. But for me, my top would be, you don't appreciate me. You don't hear me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't see me. You're not catering to my love languages. Are you crazy? So,
And it's that. Because I feel like also, to your point, an emotional cheater, someone who's has developed an emotional, like I said, I'm not blaming either party, man or woman, as to why somebody cheated. However, that person got far from you. They got so far from you for whatever reason it is, whether or not, right or wrong, whatever, how we want to label it, they done got far. So much so to all those different things that you listed. Communication, understanding, finances, and you know what I learned from my perspective, because I came from a household where, like yelling and things like that was not necessarily labeled toxic. And not necessarily labeled toxic. It was done, and we knew, like, ooh, that probably wasn't the best to do, but I didn't know that it was a toxic behavior.
But did you even know what toxic was then?
I really didn't even know what toxic was then. Or, you know what I mean? And so now I come out, and I'm like, But I also kind of, like, uncovered my reason for yelling. And most people's reason for yelling, being upset, or any of those different things is not being heard. You're not listening to me. Like you said, I did this and that. Are you crazy? You know what I mean? Like, you're not paying attention. Exactly. I'm trying to talk to you and it's not happening. So if those underlining, things that you mentioned, you got to talk to your partner. It doesn't mean, I feel like what I'm also learning with communication is you don't have to talk for a resolution.
You don't.
You can talk to talk.
Don't. You have to do. That is so true, because the other person might not understand where you're coming from.
Right.
The goal really is for you to hear me, respect me as a person, and know that, first of all, it don't matter. We've been married for 10 years. We're two different people.
Right.
We're gonna see things differently. My view on it is gonna be told. I'm not asking for you to understand and do what I do. Just respect me and let's move on and let's do things differently next time.
Right.
So we don't come back here.
Right.
But a lot of that comes about, a lot of stuff gets swept on the rug. Now we got this big pile. Ooh. Now everything has exploded.
Sweeping.
So what are we going to do? Let's address it now. But you got to respect when people don't want to talk either right then. Let me collect my thoughts because I might spaz on you and say something that I shouldn't say. So yeah, that's that for cheating for me. You know, I mean, again, everybody don't cheat.
These other things here. We're talking about what's been going on in the culture, and I really just want to talk to my girl, mother, sister, mental health professional, friend extraordinaire. I mean, I literally could just go on and on and on and on. And you know what I really enjoy? So, you know, you watch, I was watching something. I forgot what I was watching or whatever. I think it was Carisha Please. And she did like a mental health check with her friends. And I really like that. And so here I am. I'm doing a mental health check, babe. What's going on? How are you mentally? How are you feeling?
Mentally, I'm in a better space. A whole better space when I tell you. Because it's not something was going on, I would say. But when you have a baby.
Yeah.
And that's your first.
Yep.
And you don't know what to expect, what to do. You are winging it. And on top of that, you're dealing with postpartum. I was in a depressed mood. I dealt with insecurities really bad. Anxiety increased to 1,000. So it was just a lot, like a whole lot. You know, sometimes I would leave the house at night or just during the day, just walk out.
Yeah.
I'd be sitting in the parking lot, Publix for hours.
Yeah. Just
because I'm just like, and it's almost like somebody said it's a chemical imbalance because you cannot control it.
Yeah.
But oh God, the blood of Jesus was the only thing that got me through. But also, I have to say, Kai just really have a great father.
Yeah.
And shout out to him because having a great father and support system.
Yeah.
And big God, that's the only way you're gonna win and get through it. So I was literally in a space of just God help me. So every day I was fighting with that, trying to understand it, trying to prevent postpartum. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to, you know, and what is so crazy is to me, so many moms will DM me and be like, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
How do you look? Sis, I'm draining.
Right.
But when you look good, you feel
girl, what in the world? And that's why you might twin. And it's like, and you're gonna know why at the end of the show. We're gonna look back around, but you're gonna know why at the end of the show. My motherfucking twin.
Seriously.
Okay. You know what stood out to me the most about you? Was your genuine, your literal spirit, bro. However you want to go down in detail about that was just your spirit. First of all, faith driver, period.
Oh, most definitely.
You always bring me back to my faith, and I appreciate that.
God said,
okay,
it's a reason for it.
I just love how we can be like, bitch, and then, girl, that ain't like, God would not be, you know what I mean? Just be real. Because I felt like for a long time, I kind of would pocket my faith a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how people would respond. I don't know if it's too much. Do you feel like I'm preaching to you or any of those things? And I feel like that was one of the first things that stood out to me.
You can't deny God.
Yeah.
And that's so crazy because my friends will tell you, I pray, like they want me to lead prayer.
Yeah.
Some of me and my best friends, we get on the phone in the morning and we pray.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind because I can't hide what God has done.
Right.
I look like this. I don't look like what I went through because of him, you know, so I always felt like that. Even when I was pregnant, I was about to lose it.
Yeah.
And like a girl came to me, she was like, you did pregnancy so beautifully.
Girl,
I was dying.
Oh my gosh.
Literally at home looking like probably a raccoon. I don't know.
No, man.
But
you was twerking at your shower.
Yeah, but that's me though. Y'all know, I'm gonna turn up. It don't even matter. I came in here like, where's the do say?
Where's the say?
But it's just, to me, I feel like people, you feed off your energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm not in good spirits, if you come around me, then what that's going to do to you?
Right.
That's not fair.
But you know, that awareness that you have is literally golden though, because you know, that really does come with kind of being more self-aware and being more stood or having a more firm foundation within yourself. And I feel like the only way to do that is like you're saying in regards to your faith and things like that. And yes, you cannot hide. I just, you know, like even in the content space, right? And I was just talking to you about this. where I was like, Sasha loves some makeup. I'm sitting here talking about makeup. We're talking about products. We're talking about all those different things. And I feel like when I started content, I knew God wasn't in it. And I was like, okay, I'm doing makeup. And also, it didn't really have me in it. And it was just like having different things in your life that are shifts, and then understanding when God is present and when He's not. And so how has that like transition, you said, like in your mental health in regards to having a new baby, how has that transition been into motherhood? Like, what is the transition in motherhood? How has that been for you?
The transition was hard. Yeah. Because you want to adjust. Yeah. You want to show up and you want to be your best. Yeah. And you want things to be somewhat perfect. Right. But at the end of the day, what I had to realize is that baby just wants me. Yeah. He just want to love me. He do. He just want me to care, just hold me. Even when he touched my face. Girl,
when he be hugging you, I be falling out with his little arms.
Yeah, he is. Even when I walk off the couch, he's like. So it's just when I realized that, it's like, Tiana, it's okay. Do what you can, and shout out to Jordan. We had to do like this thing, whatever. But one of the things he told me, he was like, I appreciate you, blah, 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 but I need you to just take time for yourself. Yeah. And I love that he said that, because I need that. I needed to hear that, because that let me know it's okay. It's okay. My partner is telling me, his dad is telling me it's okay. Yeah. Take the time, even if that's you going to pass out and taking a nap. It's okay. Skip folding up clothes, skip working for a second. It's okay.
So what have you put any like strategy or any like coping methods in place to help you with that, to feel more grounded or to feel okay in between the waves of motherhood at all?
So I journal a lot. I write to my son. Yeah.
I see your notes.
Yeah, he has a whole journal to himself that I write to him. I have a journal that I write about life, and I actually have a journal that I write to God. Yeah. So it's like, dear God, this is what I need. This is what I'm struggling with. To myself, I'm cursing and screaming because I got to get it out. Right. I don't want to project those feelings and those emotions on anybody else. It's a struggle. It's not, I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm still going through it. But for me, that's some of the things that I do. Let me take a moment. Tiana, go in your room. Like I said, like I told you, I got my little day bed in there. I sit in there and I'm like, or on the floor. Yeah. And I'm just like, whichever one, screaming, cursing, because let me do that. But I also learned in therapy that I have to let that person know when I'm going through that moment of stress or whatever. Yeah. Let me have a moment. Right. If that's a friend or my relationship, let me have a moment and then go, But for me, writing has always helped. Talking to people, okay, Yeah. But sometimes people, they want to tell you their opinions or what to do, and I don't want to hear that. Right. I'm trying to unleash.
I'm just trying
let
to
me,
just let me talk.
Let me talk. So I learned from me therapeutic and dealing with those and utilizing those skills to write and just let me have it. And after I have cursed and did whatever, all right, let's go to the prayer book.
Facts.
Dear God, please remove these foul language or these feelings because that was not right. So it just depends with me, how I'm feeling, which journal I'm going to.
Yeah, I actually like that. And I've actually never heard anybody say they have individual journals for like individual things. And that also, I journal as well. I won't say it's always my first go-to though, but I definitely journal. I agree with you. I think that journaling is so helpful. And I think also people are like, I don't want to go to therapy because what's the point of therapy and this and this and that? Let me tell you something to your point of talking to people is cool. Your therapist should give you their opinion upon it being warranted, upon it being asked for, upon it being like, this is what I'm trying to do type of thing. Right. And your therapist is really is your journal. It's like a vision. It's either you want to have a person who's your journal or you want to have a professional person. Or you want to have a journal. And I love that. I like that. Do you think that in regards to just motherhood across the board, do you think that there's anything that you were like, that mothers may deal with that they don't talk about, or things that they can do to kind of overcome? Was there anything anything that has stood out to you that you're like, nobody is talking about this? Like, why did nobody tell me this?
I think I can't say that, but this is a new generation. Yeah. Let's say that first. Yeah. Because what our parents was doing as moms, first of all, they were already married at our age. And I'm so grateful for this generation. Because it's okay. And I think my opinion is that a lot of moms have a feeling of guilt. And I say that is because it's like, oh, I just had a baby. I don't need to be outside. oh, I just had a baby, I don't need to go be no. If I give you an advice, sis, go outside.
Yeah.
Go get a massage. Go to the library. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Do it. Do not. That baby is okay.
Yeah.
Don't feel so guilt. It is outside of being drained and dealing with postpartum and X, Y, and Z. My opinion, I would say guilt. Like as moms, you can feel so guilty.
Yeah.
But we are human.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, don't judge me when I'm outside at brunch with the mimosa in my hand, twerking, minding my business, because my baby is well taken care of. Because if I'm not okay, he won't be okay.
Facts.
And if he's not okay, then his daddy not okay, then we all it's just a whole bunch of mess. And we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So I need to be okay so everybody around me could be okay. And part of that for me, you know me, I love a good time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hello, what we doing? What, you know, I love a good girls' night, good time. Like, let me know. So I think that a lot of moms outside of that, it's a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
And it's just, you got to understand, yes, you had that baby and you do your part. But I remember my mom called me when I was first going to leave and go somewhere. She was like, remember, you are a mother. I almost hung up on her.
Oh.
Because it's just like, what's your point? I'm not on Freaknik. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on that film. So
okay, first of all, I got my mama Freaknik shirt, right? You know what I'm saying? My mama, okay, period.
I'm not out here. I know I'm a mom. I'm not gonna carry myself no different than when I wasn't a mom. I didn't carry myself bad then.
Right.
But I'm going to turn up and have a good time. Being a mother does not take away, you still be you. So I think that's what a lot of women have, that like, oh my God, I got these kids. Oh my God, I'm a wife.
Mom guilt. Wife guilt. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, I agree with that. And I think, you know, in regards to it, it sounds like what you've done to overcome is just really prioritize yourself.
Yes.
And I think that, you know, like, to do self shit, you gotta be selfish. And the word selfish has a terrible, like, kind of rap to it. Because it seems like it means that you're being mean or rude or not present in other places. And it's quite the opposite. Yeah. Like you said. You know, remind me. Okay. Yeah. Remember I told you to remind me. Whenever, you know, as these babies start to come, yes. And remind me. Because I'm going to say this right now and I'm going to loop back around. But I had, you know, on a different note, you know, I had like, you know, small things like, oh, I don't want to, small stuff. Like, oh, I don't want to do this, or can I go this place, or should I be going out with my friends, or can I still have a lunch with my friend, or, you know, this is a guy friend. Can we still, like, do I need to delete? Do I need to block? And when you start having things in life and then you just kind of like start and like cut off every other single thing, because some of those things are a part of what makes you. Right. And it will take away from you being able to be in whatever space you're in. Exactly. So I'm so glad that you're in a good mental health space now. So since, you know, you got these strategies and coping methods and things like that, so working on yourself, which is we should always be doing. Are there any like projects or particular personal goals that Tiana's got for herself, big or small or whatever?
I'm working on this mom body. That's number one goal. No, that is a goal for me. Okay. Because as a mom, you deal with that. Yes. That is tough. Yes. Moms struggle. Your body change. So that is a thing. But outside of that, in my profession, I am working on getting my LC. Yeah. That's a lot of studying and having a baby. Yeah. Being able to prioritize and just finding a space to put that in. It's a lot. Yeah. And, you know, other things as far as which I need to talk to your husband. I'm trying to get some property. Okay. You know, out here, you know, I want to start in different states, but that's a goal of mine as well. Dope. Working hard for that. Like, literally, that's like number one. Yeah. I don't want to go back into, you know, people get second jobs. I don't want that. Yeah. Like, I want to, again, you building this business, you know, this brand. Yeah. That's what I want to do. Like, I want to sit home and money's making for my son. Absolutely. You know, being, you know, so that's my goal. But mainly right now, working on, you know, fitness and staying healthy, because as we get older, you know, we're Black women. Yes, ma'am. We come with a lot of things, y'all. Sure do. So we want to take care of ourselves and just stay, you know, on my track with God, my relationship with my family, and also my relationship with my boo thing. Okay. So that's a goal of mine as well, to be honest. Like, I want us to grow and just continue on a journey of being great parents. Yes. And great individuals to each other. So, I mean, you know, y'all are two dope people. Y'all are doing amazing with Kai. He looks just extremely happy, the happiest baby anytime he hears of his parents. And so, you know, I just love seeing y'all just kind of step into this new space so effortlessly. I'm like, okay, period. It looks that way, don't it? And look, but you know what? Look, and when we say that, it doesn't mean I don't think there's no but I'm telling you, you know. But that's good though.
Right.
It can look that way.
Right.
It doesn't look, I get on social media a lot and people complaining about baby daddies or baby mamas.
Facts.
I'm so happy I don't have that. Even if I did, I would never.
Never.
So it's always good to move that way so it looks so effortless. Or just know that we got God in this, in the middle. I love the fact that he's God-fearing.
Yes.
And we can both come together and teach our son. He got to have his own relationship, of course, with God, but that's number one. So with God in the mix, we gon' be good.
I mean, the thing is that, God is the foundation. Like, you need to have, like, okay, so let's say, okay, I don't believe in that or, religion or whatever thing. You got to have something that grounds you. If you don't have nothing that grounds you, when these different ways of life come, you're going to shake, you're going to fall over, you're going to do a whole bunch of stuff, and those things aren't necessary. You got to do, like, girl, focus, put yourself first and all those different things. And you know what I want to hop into next? Our fierce facts. And this is why I'm saying I'm gonna tie in back, because guess what? Today for Fierce Facts, we are presenting Olay body conditioner and body wash, because when you smell good, you feel good. When you feel good, you look good. When you look good, you smell good. When you smell good, you look good. You feel good. That is what I live life by. And the fact that you said that, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm
like that. Get out of the shower. I put on body butter and I put perfume on when I go to bed.
You put body butter and perfume? Mm-hmm. What perfume you put on?
It just depends.
It depends on what
how I'm feeling.
Like flowery, woodsy. No, is there a particular fragrance you know?
So I have a lot of fragrances.
Yeah.
So whatever I feel in that moment, that's what I spray. Okay,
what was the...
So I don't spray my expensive stuff going to bed, of course. But I have Marc Jacobs Dot. I have some, Versace Crystal or something like. It just depends. But I also butter down.
Butter down in a little... Where do you spray? What's the technique?
So I just spray here because I normally sleep like chest open with something. Okay. It just depends.
Yeah.
But if I'm sleeping with a t-shirt or whatever, it's just here
and there. And you do always smell good. And you always be looking good.
Love that for me. Love that. But always.
I love that. Let us know how to
Cardi B said your man like when you smell good on the bed.
I love that. Look, I put on my Fenty. Well, I've been putting on my Fenty perfume. Because I feel like it's a light, little musky kind of like.
I love musk.
Also flat musk. And then it also has like flower into it, but it's not too much.
Yeah.
It's warm and welcoming. And so I've been putting that on or whatever. And then, like I said, using Olay's body wash, and then I use the conditioner. I feel like, tell me what you think. I put the conditioner on after, and I feel like, have you ever used Nivea's in shower body lotion?
Yes.
I wasn't too impressed with that particular product. I felt like I was a little bit more, I'm not saying I was moisturized, but I didn't like the slip. I didn't like the texture of my body. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't have oily skin. So that probably wouldn't be, like, I don't have oily or dry skin. I'm like in between.
Yeah.
So I try to get something, like, I love it's a body butter by, I guess, Vaseline, but it's for us.
Oh.
So it's a thing now. People are catching on to it, but it makes me have like nice, smooth skin.
Yeah.
And I like that because it doesn't turn, like, I could put on some stuff and it get real oily, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, put any oil in my sheets or anything. So I love trying to do stuff. I got a Target gift card now, so I need to be heading there to get this on.
Girl, don't tell Target you need some help, because I'll tell you something about Target.
Hello guys, I love Target. Send me a gift card.
All right, girl. Well, we're gonna play a little game, a little outro game, and then we're gonna get on out of here. Okay, we're gonna play a quick game, and it is called Fact or Fiction. Basically, I'm gonna ask you some things, and you tell me whether or not you think it's fact or fiction. You with me? Let's go! Okay, I'm done. It takes a woman on average 14 minutes to climax. Fact or fiction?
So what we doing here? It's a 14-minute, Are you down? Are you up? On top? What are you doing?
Yeah, let's say, okay. Yeah. Let's say 14 minutes of foreplay before she climaxes. Is that a fact or fiction?
I can see that was almost a fact.
Oh, wow, boo, you win. Yeah, you're right.
Really?
On fact, it is actually 13 minutes.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's roughly 14 minutes.
Going off experience here.
Oh, girl, let me tell you something. Okay?
I mean...
Okay. The blue whale is the largest mammal on Earth.
I don't damn know. I mean... mean,
Yes, fact or fiction?
In fiction?
Fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
I started to say fact first, but hell, I don't damn know what's in that water. So.
When most people get in the shower, do they wash their left arm first? Fact or fiction?
For me,
Yeah,
it's a fact.
it's a fact. It's a fact. What is that?
I don't know
What is that about?
I'm literally like, and you know, I might watch it the most. It might be the cleanest thing on me. That is so weird.
Okay, fact or fiction? Fruit Loops are all the same flavor.
You know what? I have been fooled. They are all the same.
They are a fact. Girl, I never thought about that. They're red, green, yellow,
They
purple,
so trifling.
blue, and they're the same flavor.
And they taste the same.
And they do taste the same.
That's some
I never
bull.
thought about that though.
Our childhood has been ruined.
It's just completely ruined and annihilated by 23 per usual. But anyways, what a great convo.
Yes, I loved it.
What a great time.
Enjoyed it. It was a good
Circle
time.
back, come back around. We'd love to have you.
Anytime, give me a heads up. I got a baby.
Okay, girl. Okay, Fierce Chats is going on the road.
I
In 24,
love
we
that.
are going on the road.
I love that. But yeah, I'm always here to come on the show.
Yeah.
You should do a group of girls.
Yeah. I
That's
actually,
lit.
yeah, no. And I actually am like currently in the process of trying to do that because, currently in our in-home studio, we've got 2 mics.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out how to set up the different ones. So I actually have found a location for that. More to come. In regards to having like group of people, I want to do like at least like 4.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I feel like I'm always in your head.
You are. Every time, literally, you said literally. Okay, and that is how we even got on the launch party. It
I
was
love
Tiana
that.
Hunter. She was like, girl, you gotta celebrate. You gotta do something. I
gotta
said,
do
be
something.
right back.
She was like, talk to my editor.
Talk to my editor. Talk to my team. It's done.
Damn, I just said it. So yeah,
Because you're all of great ideas. But anyways, I love you deep. And,
I'm here to be an assistance. Bless you with my presence, anytime. So thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.